Welcome, Nuggets fans. Can you believe that this kid has become a superstar professional player and a star in the best basketball league in the world? Moreover, he's the greatest passer in the history of the sport, and not even his coaches imagined this. Today, the Denver Nuggets news channel brings you the journey of one of the greatest basketball players of today, named Nikola Jokic. Nobody in the organization, including GM Tim Connolly, who chose Jokic in the 2014 draft, expected this. These words come from Denver Nuggets coach Michael Malone, referring to the incredible performance of center Nikola Jokic. The Serbian had astonishing numbers in the 2022-2023 season, and as we're recording this video, he has already been crowned MVP of the 2023 finals, winning the NBA championship. The most impressive thing is that he's only 28 years old. It's worth noting that due to Jokic's physique, it's hard to believe he can do what he does. Standing at 6 feet 11 inches and weighing almost 130 kilograms, he's not particularly athletic, doesn't jump much, and is a bit clumsy. However, he is one of the most unstoppable forces in basketball today, and why is that? Well, let's delve into a bit of history. Have you ever heard of Aleksandar Nikolic? Before recording this video, I had never heard of him either. Known as the father of Yugoslavian basketball, he was a former player, teacher, and coach. During the Cold War in 1964, just before the Olympics, Nikolic went to the United States to study and meet dozens of other coaches. He returned to Yugoslavia with a wealth of new plays and strategies. Nikolic required his players to be versatile and trained them in all aspects of the sport. Point guards played in the low post, big guys ran the team, and so on. He tried to invert some positions. From that point on, Yugoslavia became a basketball powerhouse, even winning the gold at the 1980 Games. After the dissolution of the country, it gave rise to basketball powerhouses like Croatia, Serbia, and even Slovenia, represented by Luka Doncic. According to Ognjen Stojakovic, who has worked with the Nuggets since before the arrival of fellow Serbian Jokic, young Serbian players don't have a defined position in their training until the age of 16. They train everything, they believe in that. Now, let's get back to the kid who used to drink 3 liters of soda per day, and being Serbian turned out to be the best thing for Nikola's basketball development. If he had been born in the United States, he probably would have been labeled a center early on and put through specific training for that position. But in Serbia, he was able to develop ball handling, court vision, and long-range shooting from an early age. He himself will tell you that he was a chubby young point guard, as Coach Mike Malone stated in 2017. In 2014, despite not having much conviction, the Nuggets invested their second-round pick, the 41st overall, in Nikola Jokic. He remained in Serbia for another year and was even the MVP of the Adriatic League that season. In 2015, Jokic finally came to the NBA, and his rise was meteoric. In 2016-2017, he became an absolute starter for the Denver Nuggets, and the franchise even traded Jusuf Nurkic to make room for the Serbian. The team had a poor start with only 9 wins in 25 games, but after Malone put Jokic in the starting lineup, they had 31 victories in the remaining 48 games. The Nuggets had the third-best offense in the NBA, only behind the powerhouse Golden State Warriors and Houston Rockets. They almost made it to the playoffs, and since then, the Nuggets have only improved. In 2019-2020, the Denver Nuggets surprised everyone by eliminating the Los Angeles Clippers in the Western Conference semifinals and only stopped at the champion Los Angeles Lakers. And as I mentioned before, it's important to reinforce that Jokic is incredibly efficient in shooting and finishing near the basket. But what makes him a unique player in history is his passing ability. He is currently one of the top 10 players in history in average assists per game. All the other players on that list are at least 5 centimeters shorter, including none other than LeBron James, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird, who are 6 feet 9 inches tall. And none of these top players are traditional centers. This year, Jokic averaged almost 10 assists per game, which is the highest mark in history for a center. In 1967-68, Wilt Chamberlain led the NBA in this category. I think you now understand why this guy is so special. It's no wonder he's a strong candidate for this year's Finals MVP and Season MVP, competing against names like Joel Embiid and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jokic even received a question about his similarities with LeBron James and responded with the composure and good humor that are characteristic of him, saying it's athleticism and speed, but he didn't know if he could jump as high as LeBron. The fact is that this Serbian kid has come further than anyone could have imagined, and he may become even greater. Leave your opinion in the comments and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on what happens in the day-to-day of the Denver Nuggets.